Bom dia. Good morning. We're happy to be here in Brazil. We're here to share some thoughts on the future of global e-commerce. Here in Brazil, you guys have incredible entrepreneurial ideas and initiatives, and we know that all around the world people have products that they want to sell and inventory that they want to move. And we're really interested in talking to the people here in Brazil, as well as all across the developing world, about how we have an idea to connect your commerce closer together.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mohammed, and I will tell you our story about my business and how this makes us think about our solution. As a co-founder and business owner of online store in Jordan that's concentrating on electronics parts and robotics components, I had to buy products from USA, UK, and China. Then I had to ship them to Jordan, pay tariffs, then ship them back again to my inventory, keep them there, and once I got an order online, I send them to the order requester. This process forced me to go through many shippings, as well as paying tariffs, as well as restricted me on the payment methods. And this is not only happening for me. This happens to all startups, companies, and small businesses that working on online businesses and e-commerce. And I believe our solution that Andrews will propose will help many companies like us in the world.
Just the way that we've approached this problem that Mohammed brought up is we've thought a lot about how people travel when. For example, they have communities that they trust, like TripAdvisor, or they go to a aggregator site to look at some options for hotels or for flights. And we've seen the possibility of doing the same thing for shipping, for logistics, for import-export concerns. A lot of people don't know very basic information about tariffs, about customs, and we see a huge opportunity to help people who maybe prefer to pay in cash and maybe have never thought about shipping their product beyond the small region, to potentially have customers on the other side of the world. And so the beginning of this is a question about what is this market like? Why aren't people able? What are the barriers to people being able to do business online when they have a small business in the developing world? And rather than just a lot of organizations that want to see more prosperity in developing economies talk about maybe inserting credit, but we're interested in the idea of unleashing the global free market in those communities and allowing them to compete with by forming a community online and talk about their questions about import-export. So we want to start with sort of a community of sharing knowledge and have an aggregator just like Kayak or Expedia. And then just to talk about how we would make that community turn into something profitable in an actual business, we'll have Scott give you some more information.
Hi, so I'm Scott. As Andrew discussed, we have really a three-step business model. First is developing the community. As Mohammed said, there's a need to understand what the problems are in logistics. A lot of small companies face them. They might not understand the complex regulatory environments. They might not understand what options they have for shipping. So our first phase is to really gather information for ourselves and start building a community around understanding logistics for small businesses, a place where businesses can come online, interact, and seek professional help. We first would also like to create partnerships in local communities to start understanding what the needs are of the local entrepreneurs and how we can solve those. So that's the first stage. Moving beyond that, as Andrew mentioned, we're then looking at an aggregator for shipping services. So once we have a dial on what the needs are and who the prospective partners are, especially in terms of shipping companies, we can then move on to providing automated quotes and other referral services for small entrepreneurs. And our revenue generation model there is a small referral fee. The third phase is really creating a marketplace for selling unused capacity for shipping and for bundling packaged goods. So, for instance, entrepreneurs might not have the volume to really get better deals on shipments, but if we can bundle packages from certain locations going to other highly active locations, we can then start giving more power to the entrepreneurs by creating a collaborative community that's able to access larger volumes. So,
essentially, we'd like to position ourselves as the experts on global trade for small-scale entrepreneurs and small businesses in emerging markets and in the global south. And we're going to do that at first by, as Scott mentioned, collecting referral fees and aggregating other services that already exist. But as we develop kind of micro supply chain relationships and expertise, and as we gather all this data on our website about what kind of products people are seeking to move and to where, we can sell ad space, we can sell further expertise in risk management, and we can also potentially expand into financial services and help people who are used to paying cash or receiving cash make payments across the world that never would have been possible. Pay cash for something in India and have your product delivered and paid for, receive that cash payment, across the world from Brazil. So again, your average person may not understand very much about exchange rates or may not understand very much about what their options are to ship globally, but we're going to be there and we're going to give that information to them and increase global trade. So global trade, is here now, and we're hoping in the future to really be a part of boosting that, to take advantage of that space. So what we're looking for now is some funding to start our website, about $8,000 to $12,000, $12,000 to start our website in that online community, and from there to do some research into the Brazilian market and some other countries, BRIC countries and emerging market countries, about where people would be trading if they could. So we really appreciate your time and attention, and we look forward to hearing some of your questions and feedback.